Are you someone who is easily influenced by others? Do you sometimes feel stressed out or overwhelmed without really knowing why? If so, you may be giving other people too much power over you. By the end of this video, you will understand what it means to give your power away and how to take it back by simply being aware of these 10 signs. By recognizing these signs, you could take back control and start living the life that you want. So what are the signs that you are giving people power over you? Make sure to watch this video all the way through and count how many of these 10 signs apply to you. If you are new here, make sure to click that subscribe button and leave a comment below saying I subscribed. I will try my best to reply to as many comments as possible. Let's start. What does it mean to give someone power over you? To answer this, let's first understand what power is. Power is the ability to control or influence others. It is the capacity to make things happen despite resistance. When you give your power away, you are essentially handing over the ability to control or influence you to someone else. This can be done intentionally or unintentionally. Regardless of how it happens, giving your power away can lead to a lot of problems. It can leave you feeling drained, overwhelmed, and controlled. It can also prevent you from achieving your goals and living the life you want. In short, anytime you allow someone to have a negative influence over the way you think, feel, or behave, you give them power over you. So how can you tell if you're giving your power away? Let's find out. Number 10. You constantly seek validation from others. When you put your self-worth in the hands of others, you are giving them the ability to control how you feel about yourself. This can lead to a cycle of seeking approval, feeling good when you get it, and then feeling bad when you don't. Not only is this exhausting, but it can also prevent you from living your best life. After all, if you're always waiting for someone else to tell you that you're good enough, when will you ever truly believe it yourself? If you find yourself constantly seeking validation from others, it's important to take a step back and reassess your priorities. Remember that you are the only one who knows what's best for you, and that only you can decide what's worth pursuing in life. Seek approval from yourself first, and let go of the need for constant validation from others. Number 9. You are always putting others' needs first. A big part of healthy relationships is having a sense of balance. This means that you feel good about yourself and can take care of your own needs while also being there for the people you care about. However, sometimes people can get so focused on taking care of others that they forget to take care of themselves. This can be a recipe for disaster, as it can lead to resentment, burnout, and a whole host of other problems. One of the signs that you may be giving too much and putting others' needs before your own is if you find yourself always saying yes when you really want to say no. This can be a difficult pattern to break, but it's important to remember that you have a right to set boundaries and to put your own needs first. Otherwise, you risk ending up feeling taken advantage of and unappreciated. Number 8. You avoid setting boundaries with people. People who are kind, caring, and always willing to help others can often have a hard time setting boundaries. They may feel like they're being selfish if they say no or set some healthy boundaries. However, it's important to remember that setting boundaries is not selfish. It's actually essential for maintaining healthy relationships. Remember, just because you set a boundary doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means that you know your limits and you're not afraid to enforce them. Number 7. You get easily offended. When someone says or does something that you perceive as hurtful, it can be tempting to lash out in anger. However, getting easily offended is actually a sign that you are giving other people power over you. This is because getting offended requires you to hand over control of your emotions to the person who has hurt you. Instead of letting them dictate how you feel, try to take a step back and examine the situation objectively. Ask yourself whether their words or actions were truly intended to hurt you, or if they were simply a result of their own personal flaws. Remember, getting offended is a choice, and it's a choice that you have the power to make. So next time someone tries to bring you down, don't get angry, just walk away with your head held high. Number 6. You find yourself constantly defending your position. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you feel like you have to constantly defend your position? Maybe it's an argument with a friend or family member, or maybe it's a work issue. Whatever the case may be, if you find yourself in this position frequently, it could be a sign that you are giving other people too much power over you. When you are constantly defending your position, it means that you are not confident in your own beliefs and opinions. As a result, you allow others to control the conversation and dictate the terms of the debate. Number 5. You feel like you have to justify your choices to others. Justifying your choices means that you feel the need to explain yourself and defend your decisions, rather than simply trusting your own judgment. This can be draining and frustrating, and it can also make it difficult to stand up for yourself. When you allow others to have this much control over your life, it can lead to feelings of insecurity and self-doubt. If you find yourself in this situation, it is important to remember that you are the only one who knows what is best for you. You don't need to justify your choices to anyone else. Just trust your gut and go with what feels right for you. Number 4. You complain about all the things you have to do. If you find yourself constantly complaining about everything you have to do, it may be a sign that you are feeling overwhelmed and controlled by others. This behavior simply shows that you are not happy with the things that you do. For example, if you hate your job but you continue to go to work every day, you are essentially giving your power away. You have to keep in mind that you always have a choice. This doesn't mean that you should quit your job without a backup plan, but it does mean that you should be proactive about finding a situation that makes you happy. Number 3. You hold grudges. Ask yourself, do you find it difficult to let go of negative feelings like anger and resentment? If so, it may be a sign that you are holding onto your grudges for too long. Not only is this unhealthy for you emotionally, but it also shows that you are giving other people power over you. Holding a grudge means that you are allowing someone else's past behavior to dictate how you feel in the present. It also means that you are giving them the power to control how you feel. When you learn to let go of your grudges, you take back that power and you free yourself from the negative emotions. Number 2. You often compare yourself to others. This is something we all do from time to time, but if you find yourself constantly comparing yourself to others, it may be a sign that you are giving them too much power over you. When you compare yourself to others, you are essentially handing over your power and allowing them to dictate how you feel about yourself. Remember, there is no one else in the world like you. You are unique and special, and you should never compare yourself to anyone else. Every one of us has a unique journey, and just because someone else's journey looks different from yours, doesn't mean that it is better or worse. Number 1. You're afraid of what others will think of you. When you allow yourself to be governed by the opinions of others, you're putting them in a position of power over you. Their approval or disapproval becomes more important to you than your own opinion and judgment. As a result, you may find yourself making choices and living your life based on what will please others rather than what is best for you. This can lead to resentment and unhappiness, as well as a loss of self-respect. If you find yourself constantly seeking the approval of others, it may be time to reassess your priorities and start standing up for yourself more often. Doing so will help you to regain control over your life and increase your sense of self-worth. As you can see, many behaviors can be done without realizing you're giving your power away. If any of these signs sound familiar, it may be time to start taking back control of your life. If you can relate to many of these signs, don't worry. You are not alone. Just remember that you have the power to change your situation and take back control. All it takes is a little self-awareness and effort. With time and practice, you will be able to create healthy boundaries in your relationships and regain control over your life. Now, leave an honest answer in the comment section below. How many of these signs apply to you? How did it make you feel after watching this video? We would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and make sure to watch the recommended videos that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.